So, another day, another Garnet Machina stomp. Wait a second. This doesn't have Garnet in it. Is this a Dissopia video? And this isn't Clay, so honestly, who the hell is this and what is this? Oh yeah, it's the Bard. I came to ruin things. I figured, everyone's using Garnet and Machina and Garnet and Noctis and Garnet and everybody else. Why not try something different? And well, yeah, this run was kind of fun actually. So you would think that since this is my very first run video, I might want to talk about the team I brought and why I brought them, or I might want to talk about the boss mechanics. Yeah, I might actually do that. So let's first get into the team. The team is really simple. You're bringing Locke because that BT is absolutely loaded and you want the damage. You're bringing Ashe because she has the enchant, and that orb is super annoying if you don't actually deal with it. And finally, one thing that tended to be a problem, and I ended up speaking to Eons, who is an amazing Locke player. In fact, let's be honest, Eons is the only reason I pulled for Locke and greened Locke, because she makes Locke look absolutely insane and ridiculous. There's only one problem with Locke's BT effect. Yeah, it heals you back up to 50% if you go below the threshold. The problem is, though, if you don't have Last Stand, you die. So that's something that you kind of have to mitigate. And while we were talking about it, who has party-wide Last Stand? Of course you have Porum, and Freya has it, but her LD isn't out yet, so using her would be kind of dated. Sorry, Clay. I know you love Freya, but no. In fact, Clay using Freya. Ridiculous. So if you're actually watching the video right now, what you're going to notice is we take the bosses under the 79% threshold. Because of that Locke BT effect, they're going to swing, they're going to hit us, they're going to hurt us. But because of Queen, we're not going to die, and whoop, we're right back up to half health. The one thing about this fight that you have to pay attention to is the fact that the bosses get massive buffs on themselves, and they really don't take damage, hence the zeros. So what do? You call up my buddy Blind Eye, and you find out that Pain, well, she dispels. So you take those buffs off, and now, surprise, surprise, you can actually do damage to these things. So at this point of the fight, now that I can do damage, now that I can actually hurt them, you're going to notice that I'm going to try to do one thing and one thing alone. I'm going to try and chip away as much as I possibly can to get them as close to 50% as humanly possible. Because at 49% they have their threshold attack, which gives that framed buff. At 29% they have that threshold, which gives that framed buff, which means you hit barely anything. So we're gonna try to make sure that we avoid them getting turns. And see how I'm attacking B right now? See that nice little all attack? I'm sure you guys know what that means. Yeah, they're gonna buff themselves if I don't stop them. So at some point, it's try to make sure you just burn the crap out of them down to make sure that they can't buff themselves, and do everything you can to stall them out so that they can't do anything. And get them as close as you possibly can so you can BT at 50%. So at this point, we're going to go into the summon, and we're just going to keep beating the crap out of them. And yeah, these Sahagins, I swear to God, they're just terrible. Every iteration of them is annoying. You know what? I would insult them and make fun of them, but, well, that's Clay's shtick. So I think I might be in copyright infringement territory if I decide to do that. Nonetheless, you're going to notice that as we come out of this summon and as we go into the BT, which is right around the corner, you're going to notice something. I totally screwed up this BT phase. I mean, it's terrible. It's exactly what you don't want to do. So when you're watching this, know that you don't want to do this. It's so bad. I did so bad. I'm so ashamed of it as well. So what you're going to notice is we're going to try to bring A down, but not knock him under 50%. And then we're going to go after B. We have a Sid Reigns call on deck, so we're prepping for that. let's mug you. Why not? You're ugly. Now it's time to launch him so that we have that Sid Reigns effect up throughout the entire BT phase. So in the vein of completely obvious takes from Dissopia, Clay in his last video said that Layla is OP because, well, she is. If you have Layla, you just use her because you avoid most of the issues with this fight. And, well, Sid Reigns call for BT phases, that's OP too. So here's the first thing I'm going to tell you guys. Don't use Sneak Slash. Use the Mirage Drive, because then I would have had the Genji Gloves Master Scrolls HP attack, which does, what, 1,000,000 damage? It does a crap ton. And had I been smart, that's what I would have done. But you ever have a moment, what was that meme or that video? It was at that moment he realized he done fucked up. Yeah, that was the moment I had. So I knew I was going to get them both close to under 30%, but yeah, didn't happen. And that's really kind of sad because the first run I did of this, there was no issues. But this run, yeah, I made a mistake. I made a bad mistake. So also in the vein of common sense things, this run is 12 minutes long. Clay does these, what, once a week? I think it took for granted how well he does these, for the fact that, well, granted, Clay just rants and rambles for his 10 minutes and insults the bosses and does his thing. The other thing is his runs are actually good because, you know, he wouldn't make this mistake. But at this point, it was 10 o'clock at night, and I was too tired to, like, restart this fight and redo this fight. So my thought was, I'm going to get them under 29%, both at the same time, so I can dispel them and kill them. Because they're annoying me now. So it's this point of the fight where we realize we're in one thing. Complete stall tactics. We want to just hit them, but we're not doing any damage, so we got to stall them out. Also, fun little fact. So we paralyzed B with Ashe's EX. You're going to find out in a second. We'll launch him, and we'll be able to do some damage with Locke in the air. See, right here. Boom. Knocked under the threshold. Yeah, he didn't move. He didn't move, but threshold attacks still happened. So you can't paralyze them through the threshold attacks, guys. Fun fact. Nice little glitch, Squax. Don't move, but still hit us. We're also going to set up for the Master Scrolls Genji Glove HP attack. And we're going to use Queen ZX because Queen ZX is going to do a little bit of damage. Not nearly as much as it would if they were debuffed. You're going to find out in a second, though, that I made yet another mistake. Not just the Locke BT effect, but what's soon to follow. We're going to manipulate turns, and we're going to knock A under the threshold. And they're going to swing, and they're going to hit, and we ain't dying. Nope, not happening. So this one, yeah, I should have used the Devastate because it does more damage, but the Devastate doesn't have instant turn rate, so the second time I should have used the Brave attack because that has instant turn rate. And, well, Queen has that Vanille call on her, which would make it so that we could actually do a lot of damage. But I didn't do that. Complete skill issue. But despite all that, it looks like we're gonna get to the point where this is about to go into easy mode. Gonna paralyze. No damage. God, those zeros. Those zeros hurt my eyes. I swear. Look! Holy crap! We dispelled them! Now it's officially on easy mode. You literally can just kick the crap out of them now. Even if they buff themselves, they're not going to be able to put up that same framed buff that makes it so you hit damn near close to nothing. And with Queen, and her amazing attacks during her EX phase, and Locke just being absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, this fight just goes to easy mode after this. I guess now at this point I should, maybe figure out things to, talk about, because, well, this fight's pretty much over. I don't know who anybody's pulling for. I know Clay is actually looking at Rem as a possible thing that he's pulling for. And, yeah, I don't think that's a bad call. We have Fang coming up. I happen to know a couple people who are interested in Fang. She has been so bad for so long that, yeah, she's not broken, but I feel like people will enjoy that she won't absolutely suck anymore. So that'll be fun. And yes, they buffed themselves. However, we're still going to hit them super hard and kill them now. So, hopefully, someone found this informative. Hopefully, someone found this fun. Hopefully, someone found this amusing, because, well, yeah. It was definitely different. It was something I kind of enjoyed doing. Not taking the usual route that everyone would take. I think the funny thing is at the very end, B is going to actually do damage. And at this point, I think this is where I realized I have to heal so that I don't fail the HP requirement. So it was do as much damage, kill them, but heal. And heal we did. So there it is. That's it. My first run video in the books. Hopefully it didn't suck. Thanks, guys.